Three, two, one. Please go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, as the chairman of your company, have the great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this 37th annual general meeting being held through video conferencing. On behalf of the board of directors of the company, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this 37th annual general meeting. In line with the MCA and SEBI circulars permitting companies to hold AGMs through video conferencing or other audiovisual means, accordingly, 37th AGM of your company is being held through video conferencing VC. I have been informed that the requisite quorum is present for this meeting. I call the meeting to order as we have the requisite quorum present through VC to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. Participation of members through VC is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and as per Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. This meeting is being held through VC in accordance with the circular issued by the MCA and SEBI. MCA and SEBI circulars dispensed with the requirement of dispatching the physical copies of notice and annual report 2024-25 for this AGM. Hence, notice of this meeting along with the annual report has been sent electronically to all the members entitled to receive the same and had registered their email IDs. I, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, take the notice as read. Before starting the proceedings, I take this opportunity of introducing the directors present through VC in today's AGM. Mr. B. Shantilal, Managing Director, Mr. Pramod Kumar S., Chief Executive Officer and Director, Mr. Akshat Jain, Whole-Time Director, Mrs. Sarika Bandari, Independent Director, Ms. Manvi Jain, Director, Mrs. Gayatri Shankarappa, CFO, Mrs. Shaila A.B., Company Secretary and Compliance Officer, Mr. Vijay Krishna K.T., Secretarial Auditor and Scrutinizer, Mr. Kamal Kishore, Statutory Auditor and Partner of Messrs. GRV and PK, Chartered Accountants. I'm sure that all of you have received the annual report and that you have studied the same. I now request Mrs. Shaila A.B., Company Secretary, to provide general instructions to the members regarding participation in this meeting and also request her to read the relevant part of the auditor's report containing their views.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, dear members. The company has enabled the members to participate at the 37th AGM through the video conferencing facility provided by CDSL in compliance with the applicable circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Members have been provided with the facility to exercise their right to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, members may note that remote e-voting was made available from 25th August 2025 9 a.m. to 27th August 2025 5 p.m. The members joining the meeting through VC and who have not already casted their vote by means of remote e-voting may cast their votes through e-voting facility provided at the AGM by CDSL. The company has appointed Mr. Vijay Krishna KT, practicing company secretary, as the scrutinizer who will collate the voting results of the remote e-voting at the e-voting at the AGM for each of the items as per the notice. Members are requested to refer additional information provided in the notes to AGM notice. The register of directors and key managerial personnel, the register of contracts or arrangements has been made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM. Members seeking to inspect such documents can send their request to email ID at sunilagro at cs@sunilagro.in. As the AGM is being held through video conferencing mode, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not applicable and hence the proxy register is not available for inspection. The company had requested members to register as speakers during the annual general meeting in case of any queries. Accordingly, the floor will be open for those members to ask questions or express their views. The moderator will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. I now draw your attention to the relevant part of the auditor's report exhibiting their views in relation to the qualified opinion given on page number 35 of the annual report. The company has not made provisions for bad debts of rupees 97.57 lakhs previous year, rupees 97.57 lakhs in case of one debtor, Mayas Beverage and Foods Private Limited, which was referred to NCLT under Indian Bankruptcy Code, and NCLT has passed the order on 10th May 2019. As per NCLT order, only 15.14% amount is payable to all the sundry creditors of Mayas Beverage and Foods Private Limited. The company's total outstanding against Mayas Beverage and Foods Private Limited at the time of referral to NCLT stood at rupees 114.97 lakhs. Previous year, rupees 114.97 lakhs. Due to this, the company's loss is understated and sundry debtors are overstated by rupees 97.57 lakhs. Previous year, rupees 97.57 lakhs. I now draw your attention to the board's report given on page number 22 of annual report. It is understood that certain creditors of Mayas Beverage and Foods Private Limited have preferred appeals against the order dated 10th May 2019 of the National Company Law Tribunal, Bangalore bench before the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, New Delhi, which have been admitted. Since the aforesaid order has not been implemented, the company has deemed it fit not to make any provisions. Thank you very much. I now hand over to the chairman to continue with the proceedings.
Thank you, Shaila. The company has taken all the efforts feasible under the circumstances to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered at the meeting. As there are modified qualifications in the independent auditor's report on the financial statements of the company for the financial year 2024-25, the same are already read out. I now request Mr. Pramod Kumar S., Chief Executive Officer and Director of the company, to highlight the operations of the company for the year 2024-25.
Good afternoon to all the shareholders. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the annual general meeting of Sunil Agro Foods Limited. I'm happy to share with you an overview of the company's performance and key developments during the past year. Sunil Agro has been in the business of milling for almost 37 years, producing maida, suji, atta, chakki atta, and wheat bran. We serve a wide range of customers across the country, across the spectrum, including well-known names like Britannia, Nestle, Mondelez, ID Fresh, Pillsbury, and so on, including Compass Foods and Fats Foods and other things. We also entered with our own brand, Sunishta, which we are making efforts to make inroads into the retail market. Despite a tough business environment, we managed to maintain our performance. We completed our modernization expansion program, which we believe will help us grow in the coming years. Last year, we faced a major challenge due to the fluctuation of the wheat prices, which rose by almost 30-35%, and which has never happened in the last 30 years. So some of the contracts which we have taken at the beginning of the year, based on the prices announced by the government of India for release in the open market, that did not happen till December or January. So, and also the wheat bran, because of pressure from TDGS, which is the byproduct of an ethanol plant, affected the cost of our byproducts, putting pressure heavily or negatively on our margins. So this year, what we have done is, so all our contracts are well calibrated with the market prices, including the premium to be taken, and consider the prices of byproducts will be lower for the year. So some positive developments during the year. Apart from Pillsbury, we have started doing work for Reliance, Sunpure, and Pharma. Better contract strategies, and also even our flour business, we've added customers like Asal, ID, which are in the premium products. We are also increasing and continuing to improve the quality with better lab testing and on-site controls. We're exploring new markets and customer segments to grow far. Like we have added Popeye, Jubilant, Domino's Pizza. Popeye is for grading of the poultry food. So we are getting into a more wider spectrum of customers. I would also like to remind the shareholders holding physical shares to consider converting them to demat form as per SEBI circular. This makes share transactions easier. For those with demat shares, please ensure your email address are updated to receive all future communications electronically. On behalf of the board, I sincerely thank all our shareholders for joining today's meeting, and I thank employees, customers, vendors, bankers, investors for their continued support. Thank you. I hand over the chairman for further proceedings.
Thanks, Mr. Pramod, for those operational insights. We will now resume the proceedings. There are 5 items of business, 2 are items of ordinary business, and 3 are items of special business, as exhibited in the notice and explanatory statement attached herewith. Ordinary business, number 1, to receive, consider, and adopt the financial statements, including audited balance sheet as at 31st March 2025, the statement of profit and loss and cash flow for the year ended on that date, together with independent auditor's report and the board's report, including secretarial audit report thereon. Number 2, to appoint director in place of Mr. Akshat Jain, DIN 08424-334, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Special business, serial number 3, to reappoint Mr. B. Shantilal, DIN 00719808 as Managing Director of the company. Serial number 4, to reappoint Mr. Akshat Jain, DIN 08424-334 as whole-time Director of the company. Serial number 5, to appoint Secretarial Auditor of the company. The members who are yet to cast their votes may vote on the above resolutions. The results of remote e-voting and e-voting during the AGM will be reconciled, and combined results will be declared later on. As per the e-voting rules, the results will be placed on website of the company within 2 working days of the AGM. Since this AGM is being held through VC, we had requested the members to register themselves as speakers in advance. Before proceeding for the e-voting on the resolutions, if any member desires to offer comments and seek clarifications, if any, on the audited financial statements and resolutions contained in the notice, he or she may do so now by clicking the right-hand button on the chat option. Members are requested to keep their questions brief and specific. The moderator, a representative from CDSL, will facilitate questions on the video feature. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of time. Members are requested to mention their name and their folio ID or client ID before asking their questions. In the interest of time, consolidated reply will be given at the end. I shall now request Mr. Pramod Kumar S., Chief Executive Officer and Director, to take down questions, if any, and furnish replies, explanations, and observations to the members. I further request the moderator to give his general instructions to the members who are present and who wish to seek clarifications one by one.
Thank you, sir. As of now, none of the shareholders has raised a question, and there's no question in the chat also. I request you to proceed further.
Members who are yet to vote are now requested to cast their votes using the e-voting facility of CDSL. E-voting facility will be available for 30 more minutes from the conclusion of this AGM. Therefore, members who have not cast their vote yet are requested to do so. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Vijay Krishna Keti, Practicing Company Secretary, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. Further, I hereby authorize Mrs. Shaila A.B., Company Secretary, to declare the result of the voting and place the results on the website of the company, CDSL, and stock exchanges. The resolutions, as set forth in the notice, shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank you all for participating in the meeting. I hope to meet all of you in person during the next AGM. I hereby declare the proceedings of this AGM as closed and wish all of you and your families good health and safety.